Hey everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and today, only, what, 1 day, 2 days after getting some actual Obi-Wan news, we got some more news in the form of the Bad Batch trailer and some other information about the Bad Batch show, which is coming up actually surprisingly soon. Within a month, it'll be here. Well, a little bit over a month. Anyways, so it's pretty surprising. You know, it's funny because while I was talking about the Obi-Wan stuff, I was kind of criticizing Lucasfilm for waiting until the last second to give us anything. But, you know, here we are. We're finally getting some more, you know, information about all of those shows that they announced. Hopefully it doesn't stop here. Hopefully, you know, by next week we'll get something about Star Wars Visions, which is also supposed to come out, and the Book of Boba Fett, which is also supposed to be coming out. And, hey, that Lego Star Wars game, whatever happened to that? Where's that game at? Anyways, so, you know, it's good. We're finally getting some more information. But yeah, let's go ahead and react to this, and then we'll talk about it. Also, before I press play, yes, I have not watched the trailer yet, but of course I was on Twitter. I saw people taking screen captures of different characters, and you know, so I have seen some of it based on images, but I haven't actually watched the trailer. Anyways, here we go. We're gonna react to it and go.
A test is in order. 5 enhanced clones, more capable than an army.
Okay, here's the training grounds.
Exhibit a concerning level of disobedience in disregard for orders.
They're rebels.
What else you got? Give me more!
He's not gonna be happy about that. Streaming May 4th.
Our squad's nothing but trouble. But we get the job
The
done.
Clone Wars. Hey, Battle Droids.
You're Clone Force 99.
You know who we are.
Hunter,
Let's go.
Echo,
Hyperdrive's online.
Tick,
Prepping to jump.
Wrecker,
Let's blow something.
Okay, so this kid knows about them.
and Crosshair.
But even Rex didn't know about them, so that's kind of strange now. But okay.
I want Clone Force 99 found and wiped out.
The
What?
galaxy's a dangerous place to be.
We need to get out of here.
There's Fennec Shand, but I wonder.
What do you say, kid? You want to come with us?
How can I help?
So they're taking the kid with them. I wonder what they did though. Like why they have to go on the run.
Clone Wars have
There's Rex. Hey, we've seen
survive or die with the past.
there's Saw Gerrera right there.
The decision is yours.
They seem to be fighting Fennec Shand.
We do what
So
we do.
okay, so she was sent to hunt them. All right.
Strap in, kid.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. So some of that.
Clone Force.
Here, let's go ahead and pause it. So some of this is pretty interesting stuff. So I don't know what they did. For some reason, they have to go on the run, and they're taking the kid with them. It looks like they, you know, it looks like they get captured on Kamino. See, they're wearing like these suits here. They're under like their body gloves or whatever they call them. They're black under armor looking gloves. So it looks like they're captured on Kamino, and they have to escape from there for some reason. Not sure why. And I wanted to take a look at this laser bow. We've seen something similar to that. I think it was used by the Night Sisters. Used something pretty similar to this, like this plasma bow looking thing. And you can see in this shot here, she has it on her back. I think it's a girl. And there's of course Rex right there, and they seem to be in the graveyard with all these well, not Star Destroyers, but I forget what they were called. You know, the Republic cruisers there. Pretty interesting. So okay, so a couple things. You know, I guess we gotta start with the elephant in the room here. Let's see if I can get a good picture of her. Where's she at? Here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you know, I've seen a lot of stuff online so far talking about like, oh, is, you know, I think people have said that her name is Omega, which I actually didn't hear them call her that in the trailer, but anyways, somewhere people have been calling her Omega. I guess that's her name. Maybe I just missed it, I don't know. Now some people have said that, oh, this is the last remaining Jango clone, right? And she's, you know, she's all defective, just like the rest of the Troop 99 are, right? You know, that's why, like, oh, it's a girl when it was supposed to be a boy, and that's why her hair isn't the right color, you know, etc., right? Like, okay, she's a defective clone, right? Some people have said that. Now, I will say I've seen people take pictures of this character right next to, you know, a young Boba or any of the other young clones that we've seen in Clone Wars, and the skin tone is entirely different. The hair color is obviously off, you know, so that's leading me to not believe that you know, because my thing is, like, if this was supposed to be a Jango clone, like, you know, yeah, you can make it a girl, saying like, oh look, one of the clones came out a girl. Like, I'd buy that, right? Like, okay, yeah, that would happen. You have thousands of clones, one of them came out a girl, look at that, you know. But like the skin tone, the hair color, like that's the kind of stuff that, like, even though this group, this 99, the Bad Batch here, you know, they're all defective in some ways, right? They still have the features of Jango, you know, they still have like some of the bone structure, the skin tone, stuff like that. They're clearly just different looking versions of Jango, you know, whereas this looks like an entirely different individual. So the other theory, and yes, I know it's like a meme at this point to say that everything is Palpatine. I get it. Some people are rolling their eyes. I feel it, right? Like, I get it. Okay, it's just a meme at this point. But look, the similarities in the hair and the way that the hair is designed, that feels intentional a little bit. It could be nothing, but like if you look at Palpatine, the way that his hair's back, it's the same color. If someone were to tell me that, like, hey, look, this character is the first attempted clone, you know, of many clones that will eventually happen later on down the road. This is like the first attempted clone of Palpatine, you know, like he just formed the Empire. First thing he does, tries to make a clone of himself. That makes sense to me. That works with the logic of the story that we have. So, you know what I mean? Like, I would buy it. Now, that's not necessarily what's happening. This could be an entirely original character that has nothing to do with any of that. In fact, it's possible, although kind of improbable, given that seems to be a citizen on Kamino who's a human. It's possible that she's not even a clone, but she probably is a clone of somebody. A clone of who? I don't know. I don't know who she would be a clone of. Now, the other thing to take note of is this interesting head piece that she's got going on here. That's very interesting, because, you know, that, you know, in Star Wars that would usually be like, oh, she's royalty of some sort, but like, of what? You know, like, if she's a clone on Kamino, I don't know what the royalty would be of. So, you know, huge mystery. I'm sure that's gonna be like one of the driving forces of the show. Something interesting about that, though, about the fact that they seem to have taken this child with them. There were rumors, I don't remember specifically who these came from, but there were rumors that Baby Yoda was gonna be the thing that the Bad Batch saves from the Jedi Temple. That was a thing. That was like, in this show, the Bad Batch saves Baby Yoda from the Jedi Temple, and that would explain, like, the situation. Because, if you know, obviously in Mando season 2, Ahsoka manages to get from his mind that, oh, he was saved by somebody, we don't know who, from the Jedi Temple, and that's how he survived Order 66. That's what she says in Mando season 2. So that was like the rumors that it was going to be the Bad Batch. Now, my thing about that is that, like, would they show the Bad Batch saving this young child from Kamino, and then turn around and also show them saving Baby Yoda from the Jedi Temple. It kind of sounds like you're doing the exact same story beat twice. So now that kind of leads me to doubt that, like, okay, if they're introducing this kid who is mysterious and probably special in some way, they're probably not going to go the Baby Yoda angle. That's what I'm going to say. So I'm kind of doubting that Baby Yoda's in the show, which is fine. You know, Baby Yoda doesn't have to be in everything. That's a story they can always tell for later. But of course, now you have this new angle, and look, like I said, it's look at that. She's shooting a clone right there. Look, my thing is like I said, it's a meme at this point to like start conspirizing and theorizing about, like, oh, this mysterious character, how is she linked up to all the other characters? And I know some people are still, I don't know how you would say it, traumatized maybe by what happened with Rey, how she ended up being the granddaughter of Palpatine's clones stuff, you know. And it feels like we can very easily fall down the exact same rabbit hole with this new mysterious character who we don't know that much about. So, you know, like I said with the Obi-Wan casting, just, it's fun to theorize. There's nothing wrong with coming up with our own ideas and saying, like, oh, wouldn't this be cool? But, you know, we Star Wars fans and fandom in general, we have a very difficult time with, you know, falling in love with our own ideas. We fall so in love with the stuff that, like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if this turned out to be this, and then this could be this, and then this person shows up, and then, like, we just, like, hold our breath waiting for that thing to happen, and then it doesn't happen. But, like, it came from our imagination, so the chances of it actually happening probably aren't very high. So what I'm saying is, any ideas you come up with, there's a very good percentage chance, you know, that's not the case. So, you know, Palpatine, you know, this girl involving Rey somehow, or it being someone else, you know, she could very well turn out to be somebody, right? Like, I think they're intentionally making a mystery character here. Like, you know, she's on Kamino and they took her for a reason, so something's happening, obviously. But you know, just, I don't know. I forget where I heard this from, but speculate responsibly. That's something I've heard someone say once. But that's my thing, is be careful. You know, don't go so crazy where you get all upset when it doesn't happen. Anyways, so that's obviously something that a lot of people are talking about. Now, the other thing that I'm very interested in is specifically what happens here. And that's obviously something we're going to see probably in the first episode, I imagine, where they seem to be, you know, part of the Empire, and Tarkin seems to be testing them and all this stuff. And Tarkin's big gripe with them in this trailer is that, you know, they're not the kind of guys who will follow protocol and follow, you know, directions when they're given them. They're not gonna, like, do things exactly the way they were told to do them, step by step, which is, you know, kind of their thing. You know, they're all kind of wild cards, and they're like, they'll get the job done, but it might be messy, and they're gonna do it their own way. Which obviously Tarkin is not the type of personality to jive with that, especially not in the new Empire. You know, like, that's not how the Empire does things. Everyone's got to follow protocol in the Empire, right? So it makes sense that they're going to be butting heads. But this whole thing where he's like, I want them all hunted down and taken care of, it's like, something has to have happened there. Was it simply that they took the kid and then they ran? But, like, why? Like there has to have been some triggering event that caused them to say, hey, we got to get the hell out of here. Was it Order 66? Was that what happened? And then they're like, we got to get out of here now, grab the kid, let's go, you know. And then Tarkin's like, all right, we gotta chase them down now because they took the kid, and the kid is special for some reason. I don't know. You know, I guess that seems likely. I'd put betting money down that it's Order 66 is what causes them to leave, which then of course kind of leads back to the other theory that, oh, maybe these guys don't have chips in their heads because they're all like, you know, messed up. They don't actually have the chips in their brains. Maybe that's what's happening. In any case, it also looks like they're definitely getting, you know, Phoenix Shand was hired, or I guess she used to work for the Empire, so I guess given an order to go hunt them down. So that seems like something that's going to end up happening. And the other thing is that like a lot of this footage is probably stuff from early on, so I imagine that this is all within the first or second episode. Rex is going to make an appearance, and they just, you know, basically the first episode is going to be them going on the run, which is pretty cool. Now there is more to talk about here. So we have found out, and I apparently it was also in the description of the trailer itself, the premiere is going to be 70 minutes long on May 4th, Tuesday. 70 minutes. You know, now given credits, you know, 10-minute credits, that's an hour long. That's an hour-long premiere, which I guess seems fitting given that the Clone Wars TV show started with the movie, which is really just like 3 episodes thrown together. But still, an hour-long premiere, that's pretty awesome. And that's obviously, you know, it's going to be a lot of setup. It's going to be like, all right, here's why they're on the run. Here's, you know, some teasing little hints about who this kid is, and it's going to be like the central mystery going forward. And then, you know, every normal episode will be Friday starting on the 7th. So that same week, just 3 days later, a normal episode will air that Friday. Now, I'm expecting the normal episodes to be probably around 24 minutes long, something like that, right? Which is cool. And yeah, overall it looks pretty cool. We got a brand new little poster here. Looks pretty neat. The funny thing is, like, after watching the trailer and seeing everyone's online reactions, it definitely, you know, I'm getting the feeling that people are much more down with the Bad Batch than they were when they were introduced, myself included. Because when I first saw the Bad Batch, I was like, okay, they're kind of like that, you know, your typical team dynamic, the A-Team, the Ninja Turtles, you know, like it's the same dynamics that you see in each of them. They're all like the archetypes that they all follow, and they still are. But now that I've seen the trailer and the poster, and I've seen everyone get so excited, it's like it's definitely started to like pique my interest more than back in Clone Wars season 7, you know. So that's great. That's really great. And yeah, I'm excited to know what happens. I you know, I'm trying to not allow myself to go insane with the theories. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Now that we've had this, okay, this is coming up really soon. But like I said, Visions is coming this year, and so is the Book of Boba Fett. Now, naturally, I expect them to, you know, we're still, you know, we're at the end of March, right? So I expect them to not show anything for Boba Fett probably until, you know, September or something, hopefully. You know, and Visions probably somewhere in between there. So, you know, this might be like our main course for a while in Star Wars content, you know, visual content. Obviously books and High Republic and all that stuff is still happening. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. This is awesome. Pretty cool stuff going on here. Where's that Lego Star Wars game? And there was supposed to be a bunch of other video games announced, you know. So I give Lucasfilm credit for, like, okay, Obi-Wan stuff was announced, and then the day after that, Bad Batch stuff came out. That's pretty awesome. You know, keep it up though. You know what I mean? Like, you can wait like another week or 2 weeks, but you got to give us a little something every 2 or 3 weeks. Like, drop a tiny, even if it's like a small thing. Like, you know what I mean? Because Star Wars has this problem where they'll drop something and then we don't hear anything for 4 months or something. You know, and it's just completely dead silence for like 4 months. And Star Wars just kind of has that problem. So, anyways, pretty awesome. Yeah, this is definitely something that I'm gonna be watching as soon as it drops, like at 3 in the morning or something. So that's gonna be an interesting Tuesday. Yeah. All right. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your theories. Let me know your crazy Palpatine, last Jango clone something completely different theories that you got out there. And yeah, just be responsible. I know maybe I'm being a party pooper over here, but like, we do this to ourselves. We really do. You know, we get so hyped up by like, what if it's this, what if it's that, and then 9 times out of 10 it's not that thing. You know what I mean? So just don't get yourself too hyped up with your theories about who this super secret mystery character could be, you know. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.